I mean,
So I gotta.
don't worry about the time.
All right, we're back live.
Hey.
So you'll think that, hey, people.
Hey.
Hey, welcome to WD nothing.
With Chris and Chuck the Freak. Is
Right.
that proprietary? I don't know.
Perhaps. But anyway, we had to go off air. You'll like this. It's because I'm kind of a big deal.
See who I hang out with? Yeah.
Right.
Would be fucking around with any old wheelchair guy.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah, easy on that.
Sorry.
I'm a guy who's in a wheelchair.
Sorry. We've been over the other guy thing already today.
Okay. Anyway, so I'm kind of a big deal, and needed to go to work, or maybe that makes me a little deal because I'm the guy that gets calls on Saturday night and not my boss.
Or you just don't bite their heads off enough.
Hey.
Right?
You can't plan for the unplanned.
Well, if you have an 8-ball, you can
Yes.
ask a yes or no question.
Yes. So we have an 8-ball, and we are thinking that the name of the show might be 8-balling.
I might have whispered that into the...
Because, oh, really?
A little bit. I was
What
like...
do we got? We got 8-balling. We got a reference to illicit substance. We got
mention that.
a play on words for spitballing, which is sitting around shooting the shit.
I didn't even think about that. Yeah, you're right. Yeah.
Yeah, so there's spitballing, then there's balling, which can mean a number of things, right? It can mean this. It can mean this. Right? It can mean a lot of things.
Yeah.
Anyway, I kind of like it.
I do too. That's definitely the best one that, yeah.
And for when Charlie and I run out of answers, yesterday I went and bought, and it was freaking laborious in the store and painful. We got a Magic 8-ball. And so far, I've asked it one serious question, and it gave me actually the correct answer.
Oh, wow.
Yes.
That's impressive. It just told me to ask later. It was like, fuck off. I got things going on.
Is that one of the new responses?
Yes. Ask again later.
Is there like a PG-13, an R, and a XXX 8-ball?
Oh, totally. Yeah.
So.
We could get one that says, yeah.
That would be kind of neat to retrofit one.
Yeah.
All signs point to go fuck yourself.
It just is a picture of a middle finger. It's just some.
Well, that's PG-13.
Oh, I guess. Yeah.
You need to F-bomb.
Yeah. That's like a sentence, though. You need a big 8-ball for that. Or a big die.
It looks like you're fucked. Piss off.
How about you fuck off? Leave me alone.
Right.
Yeah.
Anyway, so we're here on a Saturday night. Charlie has admitted trying to look like a young fraternity guy.
No, not trying. This is my spirit dress. This is who I am in reality. I just can't always dress like this when I choose to. I'm currently wearing salmon-colored / pink-colored 6-inch inseam shorts, which I think are great. Guys, you should always wear at least, or at most, maybe an 8-inch. Yeah, and then you can see the rest. But this is who I am.
So you're talking 8 inches max? Or you're talking Speedo to 8 inches?
Yep.
Yikes.
Yeah.
I'm saying like... That's 8?
I think these are 6.
Yeah. Well, then I'm saying 8 to like 12, like top of your knee.
It's too long. Yeah. Okay, maybe top of the knee. I'll give you that. That's fair. 1 inch, top of the knee plus 1 inch, whatever that is. That's the ideal maximum short length. Anything less than that is fine. Well, I mean, you don't want to be like publicly exposing yourself whenever you sit down.
Right,
but yeah.
Exactly.
But that's kind of, I like that. There's like risk involved. You're like...
If there's any risk in crossing your legs, right?
Yeah.
And getting that shot, it's not a pleasant shot.
Ooh. Oh, yeah, the Britney Spears deal, right? Yeah.
Well, that's even kind of different, right?
It seems intentional, I gotta say.
Something that's wrinkly and hairy. Hey, we're both wearing leather bracelets.
Yeah. Oh, it's funny. I was going to tell you about this when we did the episode on Thursday. I went out last week to, went with my friends to a bar, and I was like, yeah, I'm going to throw this on, whatever. I like it. Chris was whatever, wearing one. And at some point during the evening, when I was at the peak of my drunken stupor, I asked somebody, I was like, this shit keeps coming out. Like, will you tie this better for me? And so this girl ties it, and I wasn't able to untie the knot that she did, and I didn't have the heart to cut it off. So I've been wearing it for a week straight now, and I don't mind it. It's really not.
The water's not taking its toll?
No, not yet. I kind of have been like, like this, but I was like, fuck it, whatever. I'll just.
We have a visitor. Hey, our first guest.
Oh, Ricky's on camera.
He was insistent upon getting in my lap, so it's probably going to. He moves around a lot. He's going to keep me from working the mic right. But all right, so
For love.
So that's Garb. Standard issue is the baseball cap backwards.
This is Vineyard Vines baseball cap. It's not my favorite hat, but it's pretty solid.
I gave that up mid-40s.
Yeah. They say it makes you go bald.
I don't believe that for a heartbeat.
Oh, okay. Good. Because I like wearing a baseball hat.
Like pulling on your hair.
Yeah.
So a baseball cap in general or pulled backwards?
Just wearing hats
I don't believe
in general. I think is the...
there might be actually some statistical data linked to that, but could be coincidental.
Well, I hope it's false because I love wearing hats, and I'm like, oh, shit, I don't want to lose my hair.
I don't know.
But I don't know. My dad's dad is full head of hair. He's, 87, and my dad is full head of hair, and,
Both have worn baseball caps?
Well, I think so. I don't know.
I'm 53. I had worn baseball caps
You're
for
doing
quite
better
a while.
You're doing better than John. He's
Yeah.
got the Peyton Manning forehead.
Really?
Yeah, totally.
It made me feel good when he started going gray.
Yeah, it took him a long time, didn't it? He's
Just the last couple of years. I started the first hints were probably early mid-40s. When it started to really bother me, gray chest hair.
Oh.
Yeah, brutal.
Yeah, I talked to that just this last day at work. I was talking about that with. I was like, nah, I can't do that. Gray.
You're not going to have much control over it. It just kind of comes out of you.
In 30 years, we'll have that figured out. Do it, science.
Do it, science.
Give you a command.
All right, let's ask the 8-ball.
Yeah. 8-ball, you want to ask the question? You want me to?
Sure, I'll ask the question. Within 30 years, will we have come up with a remedy for gray chest hairs? Or were you talking gray hair, period?
Gray hair on your body in entirety, yeah.
So in a non-topical application, right?
This is the best answer it could have been. It says, I better not tell you now.
Shut up.
We have to wait for the future. Yeah. Isn't that great?
Okay,
I'm
so
liking this.
entrepreneurs, we've spoken. The 8-ball's confirmed it. Go get them.
Yeah. So you guys can figure it out. Yeah, I'm sorry. You will figure it out. Yeah.
So I'm not sure what we're spitballing about.
I
I'll
don't
say
know.
this. There was I wish I had gotten his name. I was just magic. Let's do it this way. Okay, Google. Turn off front room. Watch this, people. Ooh.
You got it. Turn two things off.
So
Google talks to your house? That's
Yeah.
scary.
Yeah.
I have an Alexa unit in my kitchen. I don't even like that thing. Listen to me.
Yeah. Whatever. They're gonna find a way in.
Yeah, seriously. What are you going to do? There's the phone is like attached to you now.
Right.
You can't do it. You can't be without it.
Right. I just had work call me, and I can't not. I mean, that was something that needed dealing with.
Right.
So, at a high level, people, I'm like an industrial building landlord, for lack of a better way to put it. So,
I'm happy that you said that because I honestly didn't know exactly what you did.
yeah,
We've talked about it sometimes, but
I'm a facility operations manager, which is not an operations manager.
it's
It means I run the joint. I'm a super.
super. There you go.
I'm a super. Right. I'm a
But
super.
for a huge, gigantic.
Right.
Yeah.
I'm a super. It's just my clients are people who run tech centers and factories.
And a superhero. So
Air superhero.
it's fitting. Yeah.
Oh, one thing I wanted to say. So my brother, who likes Pellegrina
Yeah.
mineral water, which is what I had drank on a couple previous podcasts. I went to Whole Foods today. For some things, to me, it's worth going there. But the Pellegrina was like $6 for 6
Oh, they're going to say a
10
bottle.
ounce things. No, it's $2 a bottle for mineral water. Well, I mean,
This
pop.
was actually $2. You're right.
Yeah, pop.
Yeah.
But, and then the Whole Foods brand was next to it, and this is not true mineral water. This is sparkling water with shit added.
My
So.
sister freaking loves that Topo Chico stuff. It's in the same aisle. I only know that because we went. And Lainey, I love you. That was I was very annoyed with this trip. They didn't have enough, so she was like, "Where can I get more of it?" And asking someone. She lives in Seattle, so we're like in the Farmington Hills, Whole Foods. Whoops, I just gave something away. Just like told them where we live.
That's all right.
Yeah, good. Don't find me. Yeah, it was just annoying. Topo Chico. It's just water. I don't get it. I'm not bashing your taste buds, but
Oh, if you tasted this Pellegrino water, you would taste the mineral content.
I have tasted Pellegrino.
And you don't think it tastes different than...
Oh, different is not the same as better. Yeah, I think it does taste different.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, absolutely
Well,
does.
better's with regard to food is 100%
Subjective. That's why I
subjective.
said that. Yeah. But
Yeah, so it was different. It's whatever.
whatever.
For this, I'll put in 2 drops of lemon juice myself and just buy Kroger.
There you go.
30 cent a can.
Nice. That's canned water. Cool.
Sparkling water.
Oh,
I think
right,
I
right.
told
Oh,
you.
yeah, like a LaCroix or something, right? Yeah.
Well, it's not even that. It's just Kroger. I mean, it's club soda in a can.
Yeah.
But regular water bores me, but it's important to drink water, so
I agree.
try to find stuff. All right. What was I going to tell you? Oh, this morning, I beat my normal regimen, so I had some time on my hands. I pulled up a recent Joe Rogan podcast, and he had this guy. He looked maybe Indian. I don't know. And I wish I knew his name, but he had really good, really insightful things to say, and he's like a tech entrepreneur.
Oh, cool.
Yeah.
I don't know anything about that stuff at all.
Well, they were talking about life.
Oh.
And he was like, he said you need 3 things. You need wealth, and he wasn't necessarily talking about being rich. You need happiness, and what's number 3? You need wealth, happiness, and you need to be wealthy, happy, and fit.
Oh, okay. Yeah. You mean physically healthy?
Well, he called it fit, but yes,
There's a difference between health and fitness.
Yeah, but it quickly evolved into perhaps the biggest common denominator being health. But he used the word fit, and he was lean and in shape, and I think fitness is huge
Totally.
to mental and physical health. If you're not physically healthy, it's going to fuck with your brain.
I was not writing it for him. I was writing it for him. One of my friends' Alzheimer's research papers, and I was doing it. I was like, one of the things is like, brain plasticity is connected to just being active. Go do something. Go do something with people too. Like if you're active with others, it's even better for you socially active.
Yeah, because it gets those synapses firing and keeps the energy moving. But the other thing for me, and I don't know if I told you, but like shoulder injuries and aggravated shoulders are very common for people who are in wheelchairs. One is the pushing of the chair is a very, very unnatural movement.
Yeah,
so it puts forces on your shoulders in quantities and frequencies, intensities, and angles that your shoulders just aren't designed to do.
Right.
That having been said, the other thing is like transferring in and out of the car, in and out of the shower, all that. I mean, everything I do is arms and shoulders.
Yeah. Yeah.
Where was I going with this? So I'll say injured for lack of a better way to put it, my right shoulder, to where, it was just, it hurt. There was clicking, and the way it always heals most quickly is to back off on the weights I do, but still continue to work out, lighter weight, more reps. And where I'm going with this is when you get blood flow up, so your heart is just beating faster, the blood, which cleanses our systems, which replenishes our systems and all that, flows through your head more. So I think the benefits of exercise, and even to, like anaerobic tissue, like ligaments and tendons, you get blood near them and flowing around them. So your brain, your anaerobic stuff, your muscles, all that, it energizes them, it cleanses them. It's just, there's a whole bunch of benefits to exercise beyond just being able to run 2 steps further than you did the day before.
Right. And yeah, I I tend to agree with that. I've never had a strong feeling about it, except for when I'm on an airplane with somebody who isn't fit. But yeah, that's cool. I would agree with that. I guess those three things. Just yesterday, I was like, finishing up my resume, and because I never got a degree in college, I'm like trying to focus on something else, fill up some space, so I don't have like a education, section, and I just was part of the thing that I put in there that I decided to scrap was like, what are my goals? Like, where am I working towards? And I figured whatever, I threw it out. But first two things that you said were wealth, and I didn't, not in a rich sense, but sufficient sense, right? So enough to live independently or whatever your family lifestyle, while also enjoying your life, being happy. And those are like, achieve this while doing this.
So, nice segue into breaking one down, which is, they say money can't buy happiness. So lack of money can unbuy you misery, or whatever the right kind of clever way to do it is. But if you don't have money and you can't pay for stuff, it's really, really, really hard to be at least content and feel peace of mind, because the next blown hot water heater, you're $500 away if you're living check to check from being fucked.
Yeah.
So it gets you out of that quandary. Then, so let's say you're in that area where you can pay all your bills, you got a little bit of a fund for an aw shit with a water heater, a washer and dryer, whatever, but you can't get past that. Here's a cliche that goes where I'm going. Money can't buy happiness, but it can get you into the neighborhood. So there's that. That having been said, money can buy you fun.
Fuck yeah.
So
I'm going out tonight. Have fun. What?
Well, there's that. But I mean, think about, you go to Hawaii.
Yeah.
A trip to Hawaii, you're going to, within a reasonable expectation, a really good week.
Yeah.
And then while you're in Hawaii, if you can do that $1,000 helicopter ride that goes up and down the waterfalls. Did we talk about this?
No, but a girl I know did that. She was sending me pictures.
That's on my list. I'd like to go to
really?
Hawaii, and
Cool.
I'd like to do the helicopter ride. Go right over a volcano, see those.
Oh, they go over. Oh, shit.
They will go. I don't know if they'll go like immediately over the.
Check this out.
Yeah.
Or
I'm gonna
the
get.
helicopter.
Let's get sideways. No. We're doing it. We're doing what we're not supposed to do. We're entertaining ourselves tonight, and I've had nothing to drink.
Neither have I, except
Normally
for this is a more caffeine than I'm used to.
Yeah. Normally I've had a tequila by now.
Yeah. Did you try that stuff? We're doing it again.
Yours? I've not. I'm afraid to pour that thing. I don't want to drop it.
I kind of thought about that. I didn't know if you'd, but
We
whatever.
can try one after this.
Okay, there's only enough for one.
Or during this. There's only enough for
I
one.
think. I don't know.
Okay.
Back to.
So back to money.
Yeah.
But anyway, it can buy you fun. So if I'm in Hawaii and I'm on that helicopter, that's a high level of fun and stimulating fun. And I would say while you're enjoying that diversionary fun, you're happy because everything else has been set aside. So there's an argument to be made that money can buy you happiness, right?
Hell yeah.
Maybe not contentment, right?
Right. Well, everybody's different, so we could go through it a million different iterations.
That's right.
Yeah.
But would you agree that contentment and happiness are kind of
Different,
different
absolutely.
ideas?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Am I safe? That's contentedness. Am I living it up? Safe and living it up. There you go. That's happiness.
Right.
But, yeah.
So you can be content and unhappy, or you can be happy and discontent.
Mm-hmm.
But they're not mutually exclusive or mutually inclusive. Either way.
You said that the money can't buy happiness, but it'll get you in the neighborhood.
That's the best way to put it.
My favorite one is money can't buy happiness, but it's easier to cry in a Mercedes than on a bicycle. So I don't even know where I heard that, but it's great.
Okay.
Well, I like
maybe
that one.
easy is not the word, but better.
Oh, better to cry in a Mercedes than I might have messed it up. But.
Yeah. That's funny. One of my in my notebook, one of my things was dispelling, breaking down, sharing with your most annoying cliches. So we can do one right now. Here's one that really bothers me. The road to hell is paved with good intentions. No, it's not. The road to hell is paved with bad intentions, disregard, and evil.
That's how you got there. Yeah.
Right?
Those are the qualifying.
Now, good intentions many times have unanticipated negative consequences, right?
Absolutely.
Chaos law, chaos theory, whatever. But the road to perdition or virtue or whatever is paved with good intentions. The road, if all the bricks are well-intended bricks, that's how you get somewhere good. And they're saying by definition, if the bricks are good, you're going, you're going to hell. That's so fucking goofy.
I hate all cliches. I don't know how to put this. I consider myself a conversationalist. I practice it as a form of art. Might not be apparent to you guys watching the show, but I do consider it a form of art, and I hate that because it's like a cliche, but it's like not original. I can just say it a different way, a better way, and it's not a cliche that way.
And in your own words, which makes you original.
There you go. That's why I like that, and I refuse to use that kind of speech, and I just actually makes me feel gross, dirty.
Okay, but
Yeah.
that being said, and I totally agree with you.
Yeah.
There are numbers of them that
Actually, don't make sense, right?
bug me.
Yeah. Justice, injustice anywhere is a threat to justice everywhere.
Okay. I'm talking more like that.
No.
I got to think about that one. Let me see. I put a few down. But I'm talking really, really, really general stuff.
Did somebody just murder somebody somewhere in America? Probably. Or whatever. On Earth? Yeah. Is that threatening you and I right now?
Right. I'm talking midwit cliches.
Oh, I consider that.
And if you know what that is, good for you. We're not going to give you the definition right now.
It'll be a secret for the entirety of the show. And the shows to come. Yeah, cliches. I don't know. It's like tacky.
I didn't put it in here. Huh.
Typical.
But some of the other things, and you don't have nearly the number I have, jobs we've worked.
Right. I've only worked 5 jobs.
So I think I shared in the last podcast that I tried to get into the Navy to fly. Did I share that?
I think we did talk about that. Well, I don't know.
If we didn't, I spent the my senior year of college, as far as vocational pursuits, it was my eggs were in one basket. I wanted to fly planes for the Navy. So anyway, the reason that's relevant to this is they made me list every job. They make you account for pretty much every part of your past in every time frame. And I think I believe it was 23 jobs I had by the time I was 21 or 2.
What? Wow. Why?
Started young, often had multiple jobs, and just kind of switched. So I started working
That makes sense.
at 11 or 12. And I counted I don't remember if I counted mowing lawns or not. I think it was every place you received a paycheck. But, if you go from 12 to 22, that's 10 years. And if you have overlapping jobs, let's say 2 overlapped.
Okay, so that's
you're
20
at a
jobs right
job.
there. Yeah.
It's a job a year.
Yeah.
Anyway.
Yeah. Or if they go as quickly as my most previous job, then you can do it like you do 20 in a year if you do that.
There
Yeah.
you go. You get 20 in a day.
Yeah, 20 in a day.
Yeah. Have you heard of now, millennials? Are you just outside the box?
Just younger then, thank God.
Like 1 year, right?
Yeah.
Isn't that
I am the first year of the next, whatever it's going to be. I don't know what it's called.
sub-millennial?
Gen something probably. Be like,
Really?
Gen I, like for iPhone, which is a fair thing to call us, but that's a lame name.
Have
So
you
is
already
mine.
heard that thrown out there?
What?
Gen I?
I think maybe
Gen E? Gen Tech? Gen...
it'll be like Gen Web or something, like generation raised by a freaking computer screen. I don't understand micro expressions. Yeah.
Micro-expressions or microaggressions? Or are
Expressions. Aggressions is different. That's a made up.
What's a micro-expression?
In the fit, like a facial expression. I'm just like,
Okay.
yeah. That was a micro expression right
Do
there.
you agree with that?
What?
That there's
people
such
who
a thing?
I do it all the time. It's very useful for
Isn't
speech.
it just an expression?
But an expression, I don't think this is like, well, maybe that's like a macro expression. I don't know.
It sounds like a byproduct of something we both don't like,
It is.
which is ideological whatevers.
Yeah. But I guess it's like underwhelmed. Like, you ever hear anybody just say whelmed? Just like whelmed.
No, it's funny. I had this conversation with somebody at work on Friday.
I've never finished the.
Whelmed, right?
Yeah.
Buy now. Why do you buy now? What about later? I've never heard somebody say to me, buy later.
Buy later. Yeah, words are, yeah.
Why buy now? It's a
Yeah.
waste of a word. Why, talk as concisely as possible. If I'm asking you,
Brevity is a virtue.
right, get the security guard. Don't worry about the door.
Are you going to be? Oh, shit.
It's not the door. That's okay.
Somebody at
Nobody's
my
going to
work.
figure it out. So jobs we've worked, a phrase that I totally agree with, and I might have brought this up, is 80 or 90% of the whole thing showing up.
Yeah.
Did I bring that up?
Yeah, we did talk about that on Thursday.
Okay. Got to see if it was, again, I think it's Paul McCartney, but this is Woody Allen. Have you ever been an expert at anything? I was watching.
Right. Yeah.
I think it was like Bruce Lee and a lot of others have said you need to work 10,000 hours at something to be an expert. That's a little much because I'd say I've been an expert in at least two things. And one of them, there's just no way. 10, and maybe it's the whole part. If the whole part of it is 10,000 hours, so like for skiing, there's no doubt I was an expert skier. If running I did in the summer, which I would say was part of the reason I ran, to be fit, to be more physically capable, to be a better skier. If that's part of it, maybe. But 10,000 hours. That's 2,000 hours a year, which is full-time, 40 hours a week, for 5 years straight, doing nothing else. That's a lot.
That's ridiculous. I'm calling bullshit on that because people have capacities for new topic acclimation, or for you and me, it's different. One of us is worse at stuff, and it varies per subject matter or activity.
Or simple level of absolute genius.
Right.
Einstein,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah.
Freaking patent clerk,
Yeah.
who was, arguably, if not one of the smartest, one of the most revolutionary physicists in our time.
I would say so. He used a lot of hypotheticals too, which I like.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Reading, we kind of talked about. Then stories. I'll tell. I got stories to tell, as does everybody. So my little guy here is getting, dude, pick a position.
He's like, I just want to rest my chin on the pool table. It's like the most comfortable spot.
Did you look at the little documentaries I did? I did two that were 2-3 minutes
I saw
long.
the thumbnails, and one of them was of Ricky.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So he was climbing on my feet. What are you doing there, buddy? Ricky. Say hi to the world. This is Ricky. This is Ricky. We have Ricky and Lucy. It's kind of embarrassing. I almost vetoed the name.
Wait, who?
I when we had different structure in this house, I always had right of last refusal
Right.
on, not always. I had right of last refusal on many things, and they beat me down. So we have Ricky and Lucy and Sadie.
Which
And
one did you fight?
Ricky.
Oh, I like
we had
that.
Lucy.
Oh, yeah.
I Love
Okay.
Lucy.
Sorry.
Ricky
Yeah.
and Lucy.
Yeah.
Yeah, a little bit hokey, but whatever.
My mom wants another dog so that they can be Rowdy and Ruckus.
So they can kill one another.
Fight to the death.
Okay.
No, we don't approve that here.
While we're on that, we
Right.
Did you hear this story?
Yeah.
I'll tell the listeners, all of our 17 subscribers or whatever we're at now.
Of which I am one.
And I'm not, because it's my channel. Can I? I don't know if I can subscribe to myself, but anyway. So we adopted a dachshund that was part of a rescue thing, and we had 2 other dachshunds, and these guys will do it sometimes if they're real close to you and they're vying for your attention. they can get real nasty with each other. And when we had a dog named Pickle, and she was very athletic, very strong dog. And at the time we had Lexi and Sadie as well. And Lexi, we also didn't technically rescue her, but effectively rescued her. Lexi was Sadie's mom.
Oh.
And she was a puppy churner.
Oh, yeah, okay. It's coming back.
So both of those dogs would vie for Sherry's attention. And they got into it a couple times. Pretty scary. One time they got into it. They get into it right there. I'm pointing to an area on the floor. They entered in. So normally you'd yell, hey, hey, maybe push one of them. They entered into, and I kid you not, a fight to the death. I have never seen anything like this live in my life. The only thing that I've seen that resembled it were old episodes of, you're not going to remember this, but it was hosted by an insurance company, Wild Kingdom, by the Hartford, I think it was, Wild Kingdom, and they were at each other's throats, ripping flesh off each other. So Sherry was in short sleeves, I was in a fleece. Sherry's trying to like pull their heads apart. 23 puncture wounds. She got a blood infection. She had 23 puncture wounds, and they were fighting each other while she was, so there'd be an arm and like, intruder 23 times. I reached in, I had the fleece on, I had, a handful of little bruises. It was unreal. When we attempted to break them up, again, they attacked us as viciously as they were attacking each other. So finally, and it could have badly hurt the dog, but I made a fist and I punched Lexi, or not Lexi, Pickle. I punched her in the head as hard as I could. I knocked her silly. I gave her a concussion. I hit her in the head. She got all loopy, hit the floor, rolled a few times, and we kept them separated. And unfortunately, Lexi was a great dog, but she had to go.
Yeah, that's...
Or not Lexi. We
Pickle?
let Pickle go, yeah.
Oh.
Pickle was young. And there's a really neat story. I don't know if... So Sherry was heartbroken because Pickle was mediocre on me. And the reason she needed rehoming was the family she had been with had a special needs kid.
Oh, and
he was trying to ride her.
Yeah.
Because when he was younger, he had ridden their lab around.
I remember that too, yeah.
And he was like 200 pounds and sitting on this 15-pound dachshund, flirting with breaking his back several times a day, every day. So Pickle came here, but just two animals fighting to the death. So Lexi's ear was all torn up. She needed stitches. Sherry needed medical treatment for the puncture wounds and antibiotics for the infection. Yeah.
You'd lose your arm.
Oh, yeah.
That's wild. Yeah, I remember you telling that story. That was a long time ago, but
There was.
that jumping from that story to a new, we can go for 10 minutes on this, but then I got to get out of here. But
Sure, yeah.
I've experienced a lot of people that I've met, not everybody in the world, don't understand that can happen. A lot of people don't even think about it. And we might have gone into this on an episode previously, but it's something that I'm passionate about. It's like dogs, they used to be wolves. They're like, they can kill you. And if it's go time, it's go time. You can get that if you want.
Yeah, we gotta take a break.
We might as well cut it off.
If we can, all right. You know what? Charlie's got a place to be. This is it. More to come. Over and out. Thanks for looking.
Dogs are scary.